Hello everybody, we're covering Bughouse World Championship in the Challenger section, semifinals. And we have GMArjay and yeahboiyyyy versus iamfrosty and yeahboiyyyy Garoda. I thought I was starting the stream on time, but they've already played 3 games. They're playing these really fast. So I guess they started a little bit early. Our current score is 2-1, favoring GMArjay and yeahboiyyyy. That's another win for them, so now 3-1, favoring GMArjay and yeahboiyyyy. Let me see. So I guess I probably have chat based on this. Let me see. So this is first to 20. It just woke up, so hopefully I can try to provide at least a little bit of commentary. Looks like yeahboiyyyy probably going to be winning some pieces here. But GMArjay just won a queen. So you can't just play something on g6 because then king could have taken the rook. This rook is hard to guard. You can try to deflect the queen. Luckily the bishop helps guard here. So I think you could just put a bishop in. You're going to lose some material, but at least you're not mated. But maybe yeahboiyyyy wants to put some pressure on GMArjay. I'm not sure why. What mates his partner? Looks like trying to get a rook? I don't know why. A rook is no better than a bishop to interpose here. No matter what you put, the pawn's going to take it. So why did his partner sack a queen for that rook? I don't really understand. Now his partner's in more trouble than before because of that queen. It's just kind of an odd life choice. Yeah, and that's a win for GMArjay. So our score now 4-1, favoring GMArjay and yeahboiyyyy. And this is first to 20. Hey Creeper, welcome in. Hey Creeper, just saw your chess.com message this morning. I don't usually check messages while I'm playing or streaming. Okay, knight is good for GMArjay, as is a rook. We have knight check, rook in. yeahboiyyyy is attacking, but yeahboiyyyy also attacking yeahboiyyyy. Probably about to pick up a rook. That rook is gonna mate. GMArjay down time though. It's the diagonal clocks that matter. And he seems to be down about 3 or 4 seconds. So if both GMArjay and yeahboiyyyy, if they both stall and don't move for the rest of the game, then GMArjay would run out of time first. So GMArjay needs to move, even though he would like to wait for this rook. That gives iamfrosty time to defend. Frosty's going to start attacking. Now a knight is going to mate for GMArjay. And this knight is being attacked. The knight is now more important than the rook. And now they are up time on the diagonal clocks, about 3 seconds. The GMArjay can stall. And he's waiting for a knight, which may be this knight here. Or maybe he'll go over this knight here if the knight retreats. Haga threw in a check to try to gain some time. But now there's two knights under attack. Either one of these knights will mate. Time is super close though, within 1 second, maybe even. Oh, Creeper, you must be on the East Coast. I am in Central Time Zone. I live in Tennessee. Big Splat, ask in the chess.com chat, first to 20. Answer yes. So maybe they're going to sit this all the way down. Not so sure that's the best idea. I think GMArjay could just defend. I would drop a bishop in at g2. Because then even if a queen comes in, queen check, king over, you're not mated. So this seems worth doing to me. Other ways to defend and don't work so well. Bishop at h3 doesn't work. Because then queen and king over, knight takes. Oh, well, this doesn't really work. Okay, I guess they're going for flag. I don't like this decision from GMArjay. This is a win for the iamfrosty team. Yeah, walking the king over was not as safe, and he could have moved earlier and just got in safe. Anyway, our score is 4-2, favoring yeahboiyyyy GMArjay. Get in a 3-minute challenge. Let's go over to this guy's profile. We're going to go ahead and block him. Decline the match request. GMArjay is trading some pieces. Not sure what yeahboiyy's waiting for. You could throw a knight in, attempt with a queen. This actually could be a good move because if the queen moves, you could put a new knight in. You could also just defend the knight. This move is also fine. I still like knight back here at c8. And I still like defending the knight. You could also just take this pawn. Yeahboiyyyy downtime. He's going to have to find something to do. Another possibility is to stick a knight in here, and if pawn takes, stick another knight in. Alright, this makes a threat. Right now the bishop does cover the rook. So probably a better threat is pawn in, tempo in the queen. He's done that. Retreats the bishop that was under attack. Yeah, this does let the queen defend. If you think a bishop's going to come, you could take that. Oh, actually, queen is bad now. Queens are traded. The bishop diagonal has been blocked off, though. GMArjay on the defense. The yeahboiyyyy has lost a fair amount of material. This is a nice check. Attack and defend at the same time. Win a pawn. There's loose Hago putting a lot of pressure on. Oh, there's mate. Knight check. Rook in. Smother mate. Great mate by iamfrosty. Hey, Big Splat. Anyone know when Ding is playing again? Yes. I I started the chats for their group, and I think they just decided on a time last night. I don't know if it's posted in the scheduling forum. After this match is over, I was going to message them and suggest that they mention it in the scheduling forum. GMArjay has picked up a queen. Um, so I don't remember the time off the top of my head. If there's ever kind of a break in the action, I can look it up. Oh, we're getting a 10-minute match request. We're gonna go over to this guy's profile. We're gonna go ahead and block him. We'll decline the match request. GMArjay is attacking the pawn mates. Just a pawn. Our current score 5-3, favoring GMArjay and yeahboiyyyy. Yeahboiyyyy probably gonna sack, and he does. Here comes the knight. Queen mates. Rook is good. Okay, he's gonna undermine the king structure. Oh, I liked queen in. Okay, well, you could just take that. Yeah, queen takes. This is mate. Queen takes whatever comes down there. Or if he moves, same difference. Mate in 1. They're up 5 seconds. GMArjay can stall. Our score 6-3, favoring yeahboiyyyy and GMArjay. So this is the semifinals. The winner of this match will go on to play in the finals for first versus second. Losers of this match will still play another match to determine third versus fourth place. And there's money riding on this tournament. And that rook turned out to be maiden for GMArjay on the right board. yeahboiyyyy probably wants to sack, and he does sack. You can knight check, attack this pawn, win a free rook. Or he might look for more. No, free rook with check. Probably pawn check or bishop check. There's the pawn. Queen comes in. Knight's really good here. Bishop takes bishop is another possibility. Or new bishop in to tempo the queen. Okay. So rook mates. I like this move. Gonna continue the attack. There's the rook. You could take the knight. That's... Oh, I guess that's not quite mate. You could take the queen. And I was focusing on the wrong board. GMArjay wins on his board. Hard to watch two boards at once sometimes. Our score is 8-3, favoring GMArjay and yeahboiyyyy. A bishop could be good, or a queen for GMArjay. He's just going to castle, get his king safer. He has given up a bit of material in the center. Bishop here is still good. He still hasn't played it. Bishop at d8. And he's wasted his bishops on worse squares. iamfrosty also has a bishop battery lining up on f3. He's taken the knight. iamfrosty sacks his queen. He takes the queen back. Rook mates for GMArjay. Pawn could be quite good for GMArjay. Win a piece. There's a queen. What's the time like? GMArjay down a second or two. His Lutego is on the attack. He has knight check potentially. Activates both rooks. Pawn plus knight is good. Just this pawn blocks off the rook at the very least. If GMArjay steps his foot off the accelerator, then he's mated with knight at h3. But he needs to make sure to find a check here or to defend. He is up 1 second. So maybe just block off this bishop. He could drop a bishop at e4 for defense. He's probably going to attack, though, instead. At this rate in, a lot of players... Okay, this defends also. It defends this mother mate. But now his king is going to run around. So not the best defense, but an attempt at defense. I think you just walk this way. Oh, and yeahboiyyyy got mate on his board, on the right board. I score now 9-3, favoring GMArjay. Lutego put in some pressure on the queen. But a lot of pressure on his position from yeahboiyyyy. And there's a sack. This rook is undefended though. His Lutego would like some pieces to either defend or attack or defend. Bishop would help defend. He may keep attacking with the knight. It looks like GMArjay wants a knight or a rook to mate. There's a rook in take. So maybe he's waiting for that rook. Alright, he's gonna try to use the knight to mate anyway. Alright. Knight plus queen mates. Knight plus bishop is good. Where is Lutego? I guess a knight in general is good. Knight check. Knight takes pawn. Knight takes c2. Is this queen? Okay, not quite hanging. With this. I don't think a queen mates yeahboiyyyy. So he could give the queen. Not the end of the world. That was a clever move though, because there was a mate threat. And instead he traded off the queen. And the queen mates on the yeahboiyyyy board. I scored 10-3, favoring yeahboiyyyy and GMArjay. Is first to 20. Probably about halfway through the match. At least if this trend continues. Is Lutego on the attack. Going after the queen. This knight is in take, as is the bishop. Probably gonna lose a piece here. So a knight could be good for him to go after the rook. Not sure what else he has here. He could just tempo another piece or accept that he's given up that piece. Rook mates for GMArjay. They're up 6 seconds. Rook is initially a little bit hard to get. If he can get rid of these bishops, if yeahboiyyyy can get rid of these bishops, eventually he can put something at a2, go after this rook. But for right now, the bishops defend. Another possibility is to sack. If queen takes, you drop a knight again, and then a queen at f2. Okay, this is a clever move with only a queen to drop. Has to drop a new queen in. They're up 3 seconds. The GMArjay team. The GMArjay can wait for this queen. And they've resigned it. Our score is now 11-3. Knight defends the bishop. GMArjay trying to castle to get a little bit safer. They both castle actually. Queen was tempoed, but this knight is a little bit loose. More action on the Yeah Boy board. Okay, you can take this. You could have sacked the queen for the bishop and won the game. Let's take the bishop. You can't take back or it's mate. Whoa, you can't go over. You have to take that knight. Okay. Our score 12-3, favoring GMArjay. As Lutego gets his queen active, gotta watch out. This pawn is loose. Going after the queen instead. Getting some more defenders down. Oh, I thought sacking the queen could have been good since he had 2 knights and a pawn in hand. Alright, this Lutego picks up a little bit of material. This queen actually defends. He may end up sacking his queen at some point. Oh, GMArjay has a great attack though. He can promote the pawn, and he does. Bishop check his mate. Our score 13-3, favoring GMArjay. His Lutego snags a free pawn, but he has better development. The knight sacks. Knight check, I assume. Okay, he wants to undermine the knight instead. So if we take this, take with queen, I guess. Oh, okay. Wow. Diagonal is really good. Could be a pawn or a knight. Here's the pawn. Okay. We are attacking. Wow. Yeah, great attack from Lutego. And I guess they just resigned it. Our score 13-4, favoring GMArjay. First to 20. Maybe sack. Or you just grab the rook file. Or develop a piece. A lot of options. GMArjay on the attack. Takes a rook. Gets his knight in. iamfrosty tries to defend home base. I think you take this. Or drop the knight. Bishop check. I like this move, knight check. I would just take the pawn instead of the queen. Continue your attack. You can always take the queen later. Queen mates for GMArjay. Yeah, queen comes out. Bishop is very good. Okay. He didn't wait for the bishop. I think GMArjay should have waited for the bishop back then because it made it in one. But he continued to move instead. Takes the queen with check. Backing a pawn for that. A good way to continue the attack. So knights are good for his Lutego. 2 knights would mate. He's just going to continue to move. iamfrosty kind of on the attack, but he would like a diagonal. Just a pawn would be good here. Bishop battery on the left board. So a knight would win this bishop, given the pin. Don't see a knight forthcoming though. Oh, GMArjay just picked up a free rook while attacking. So GMArjay on initiative. You could bring the knight back to attack again. Okay, I like this bishop move because it defends some weak squares at the same time as you attack. I still like this knight check. Oh, a knight mates for his Lutego. This Lutego down 15 seconds almost. So if they both stall, his Lutego is going to flag. So GMArjay is going to wait to force his Lutego to make a move. This queen is being attacked. If the queen moves away somewhere, I mean, if it moves on light squares, it can be taken. And if it moves away, you can take the pawn, then the rook. The rook is very good for GMArjay. So it makes sense to sit just both for defense and for offense purposes. Nice mate by GMArjay. Our score 14-4. Is Lutego getting some tempo here? But now his queen is in danger. He gives up the queen. Oh, okay. iamfrosty has a great attack here. This has to be mate. Bishop check, I assume. Oh, yeah, the knight check works too. Great mate by iamfrosty. Our score now 14-5, favoring GMArjay. First 20. GMArjay picks up a rook. This king does not look happy. Okay, this is a bait. If you take this, there's a knight check that would win it. So GMArjay going after the dark squares. Attacks a few pawns for initiative. Maybe knight check. Moving his existing knight. You could give up the queen with like knight takes. Yeah, this is going to lead to mate for sure. Pawn check. Okay, this works too. Our score 15-5, favoring GMArjay. Oh, I would have taken this bishop. Undermine the f pawn. But he had different plans. GMArjay on the attack. Queen trade threatened. Queen trade would benefit yeahboiyyyy. Yeahboiyyyy is the one on the attack. Alright. Pawns are good. Use the bishop. So what's the plan? I guess we could take this pawn. We could go back, defend home base, just to vacate the square for a knight check. You could just take the pawn, castle. Don't want to castle kingside with a scary pawn here. Oh, it looks like a rook is forced. The idea of rook at f1. Now we get to find out. There's a knight too. Oh, knight plus rook was mate. Nice mate. Nice find by GMArjay. Yeah, I kind of didn't anticipate two pieces would come. I figured just one of them. Our score 16-5, favoring GMArjay. Hey, Zizon. Sure. Feel free to join the commentary booth, Zizon. Yeah, I'm in the house Discord and the house party channel. Hey, Zizon.
Sorry, almost caused some echo there.
Yeah,
Nice
no
to see
problem.
you covering this.
Yeah, good to see you. So our match, unfortunately, is almost over, but you know, might have 4 or 5 games left. But
First to 20 in the Challenger
it
semifinal.
is first to 20. Oh, knight would mate for iamfrosty or a rook. Congratulations on your win. Was that yesterday? In the open section.
Yesterday, yeah.
So you are going to the finals with Chicken?
Yeah.
I played a bit with Chicken last night. He is
I
next
was watching
level
some
good.
of the stream. I went swimming this morning, and on the subway, I was watching your stream on the phone. So it was a really nice series with Plotkin and Shine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Shine is just better than me, but I tried my best to hold him off. There were some good games there, though.
Yeah, no, but I think you did fine, right? It was a decent
It's
even score, and I
it was
thought you
double
played
edged.
well.
Sometimes I felt like I was crushing him, and other times I felt like I got crushed. So,
Yeah.
you know, I would rather play more consistently. Well, I would not like to be consistently crushed, but I would like to consistently do well.
Be okay. Yeah. No, but I felt like as long as you weren't getting out chessed, I thought you were doing fine. You lost some games where they would just flag you, right, or out chess you.
Yeah.
But
For
other
sure.
than that, I thought you were doing great. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Queen takes pawn was the thing.
Yeah, still a thing. Maybe not. Oh, bishop f8, and then queen takes g3, king f6. This is getting exciting. I think white's okay here, actually. I mean, the GMArjay. I think RJ is okay. King f7. I don't think there's any continuation here.
Well, we'll see.
But then again, black is also safe. So exactly, this is a move. Bishop at e8 is really fast. Is a good choice here.
Yeah.
Now rook e3 check.
Okay. That is a touchdown. So for those who don't know, a touchdown is when you get your king to the other side of the board. I firmly believe a touchdown should be a win condition in Buckhouse, but unfortunately, the rules do not reflect that.
King c7 is a mistake, by the way. King c8, and he could have blocked. Now there might be something here. Maybe not, actually. But they are up now, so I think it's looking good for iamfrosty now.
Yeah, if you interpose, there's knight check, and we get to take this rook off.
b7, and you need a pawn. Knight b8 check.
And black is safe, so he could just take the material. Yeah. You could even play queen takes pawn here.
Yeah. But this is but it's still not mate, yeah.
He has knight check.
Yeah. Now there's king a3, and I don't know how you mate after that, actually.
Well, with king a3, you play queen takes pawn, so not the end of the world.
You can always get safe here, of course, but
you could. Okay, yeah, new queen in works. Even if he didn't have the queen, he could have pushed the pawn and then taken the knight potentially.
So maybe I am the good luck charm for the comeback here, right?
Yeah, we'd like to see a comeback. Yeah, I lost some flowers betting on your match, but only because you guys got to like 29.5. And then X-Shine gave me 100 to 1 odds on whether there would be a comeback. So 100 to 1 odds is too attractive to pass up.
Yes, absolutely.
We have a sack from Frosty.
Chicken, right? No, but it was the weirdest thing about the match was that it wasn't Chicken who started trolling right and halfway through the match.
Yeah, but Bughouse Lad I think kind of gave up.
Yeah, tilted more than a little, yeah.
Yeah, it happens. Okay, the yeah boy gets to pick up a queen with this knight check.
Yeah, queen that's potentially very useful if you counterattack here with bishop at g3 kind of ideas. But I guess RJ will be more focused on defense here.
Okay, a rook now mates for yeah boy.
Even a knight is very close, right? Bishop takes b7, knight at d8. You have to go, if white gets a pawn, you have to go king a6. Looks very dangerous.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And he's up 3, so yeah, boy should probably just take b7 and put a knight on, or they resign, yeah. That's waiting for the rook, yeah.
Yeah, the rook was forced.
Yeah.
I score 17-6.
Good team, RJ and yeah, boy.
Yeah, great teamwork.
I think it'll be hard to beat them in the final, I think, assuming they make it there.
Well, keep in mind, Ding could still make it to the final. And Ding has been improving all the time.
Obviously, yeah. But with this lag, it's difficult, yeah.
Oh, it's difficult for sure. But given his next matchup, I think he's likely to win.
Okay, cool.
The ratings of his opponent, at least, I think there's like an 1800 in the mix there, something like that. So
bishop at a3 is a mistake. Bishop at b4 is much better because it would help cover the squares around the king.
Yeah, attack and defend at the same time.
He's probably fine, but this would be even safer if the bishop was on b4 now. So
yeah, well,
might just be a tiny detail, but sometimes that's important in games.
Yeah, you could bring the bishop back to attack the king, also attack the knight. But no, he's going to continue to pawn check.
I think maybe a queen takes pawn is maybe sensible here.
Yeah, sometimes defense is warranted.
Yeah, because you get the pin, so now you have a knight check on c5 or e5 available to you.
Yep.
King e2 or king d2, I think both are fine.
Yes, king
Even
e1,
king d1,
not so bad, not so good. Okay, the rook doesn't mate.
This is looking good for the Ukrainian team, I think.
Yep.
Knight at c5, e5, I don't know, tricky. RJ is finding some nice attacks here, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Actually, no, never mind. But I saw something.
Yeah. So knight is mate now if he wants to take. Knight takes. Queen is also mate, so he can just take the queen. But there, he should sit now. Oh, he should definitely sit now. Lushego should definitely sit now. I mean, he should have taken something here. Knight at h5 is mate on the move, so all he had to do was take a knight here. But now he gets a chance to sit. I don't know if it helps much, but he has no pieces, RJ.
So GMArjay is down on the diagonal clock, so he doesn't get the knight or the rook to mate, and he needs to find some moves.
Yeah. And there's no easy forced mate here, so
yeah, I think you play maybe rook takes e6 or something like that. Discovered attack, and then bishop can take whatever comes in.
I'm not sure rook takes e6.
Oh, I guess you got to worry about your back rank a bit. Your bishop can retreat.
Covers f1, so it's not the end of the world, but so you could do something, but it's hard to. So probably rook somewhere along the f-file. Rook takes e6, but e7 is so well covered that I think that rook f5 or rook f4 would be more to the point.
Going back to f3.
Or rook f3 then.
And they've traded. Now there's a queen in hand.
Yeah,
I think he should have given a few more seconds to defend, a few more moves to defend.
Yeah. He's trying to outchess this, which is just not a terrible idea. Knight at c5. Oh, wow. Okay. This is too slow, though. This was not the plan. This was not the way to do it.
Nope. Oh, well, now knight mates. But yeah, I mean, his partner's dead.
Yeah, you can go king f8 here. It's not mate in 1, or king f7 even. But free rook with check and then rook mate, so I guess you can't really.
Yeah, iamfrosty's down on time. The rook
It's
is
pretty
forced.
even now, and then there's no way to stop pawn at b7. But of course, he has some rook check here. Rook check, rook d1, rook b8, and rook d1, rook b1 or something to gain maybe a second or two.
But he could also create some luft with a6, although that only lives for one more
pawn
move.
b7, rook a8 is mate anyway, so.
Yeah, it is, but that's 2 moves instead of 1 move. When we're coming down to 1 second, might be useful.
Yeah, but you should definitely do the rook checks first. You can do the rook checks and then play a6 once you're down to like 2 seconds.
If you do the rook checks, it removes the pressure, so it means RJ needs to win. So no longer. Oh,
you can go rook b2 here, make it tricky. Oh, this is very good, of course. Yeah. They moved. That's
okay.
Maybe they shouldn't.
Our score 18-6, favoring RJ.
Yeah, pretty well handled. But it was a mistake to try and outchess that. He should have let his partner defend.
For sure.
Because there were good defensive prospects there. So.
Yeahboiyyyy wants a knight, I assume.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake. I think pawn takes knight followed by bishop at d4 is very good here.
Yeah.
Will cover.
Yeah, better to everything. Keep moving up, but he does get the knight.
Yeah, but even with the knight, he's now down 10 seconds, and he doesn't have mate here, so.
Yep.
But okay.
Continues to attack.
To play. Oh, wow. But Frosty is smashing it. Nice.
Great mate by Frosty. Our score 18-7.
At least they're even since I joined the commentary, right?
Yes.
But too far behind from the start, of course. Yeah, these long matches are dreadful. Ooh, and he got the bishop.
Yeah, the bishop helped
that was a really important bishop for yeahboiyyyy. He was in trouble otherwise.
Yep.
Ooh.
Knight check to pick up. Oh, bishop just picks up the rook. Okay. That bishop defends.
Yeah, knight takes c7 was probably more to the point. This is now.
Yeah, I like the knight check.
Now dangerous.
On takes, you can bring the knight back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like this.
So bishop is mate. The pawn is mate actually for yeahboiyyyy. So yeahboiyyyy has mate now.
Yep. Pawn check, then rook takes bishop.
I don't think outchessing this has much prospects either. Tough. You always have like a couple of these teams. Every year we've done this in the Challenger section. There's been a couple of teams that are just a little bit too good for the Challenger section. I remember GMBV won one year. He's more like a 2300 player. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always worry whether there are alt accounts or something like that. But I mean, we checked, in the beginning based on these accounts whether they met the criteria,
and a bunch of stuff like that. I think you're doing a good fair job on the due diligence on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the rule book, like if we find out later that they're an alt account, I mean, at least before we pay out the money, then we can undo it.
Yeah. No, I think it's fine. I think it's just genuinely you're going to have some players who for various reasons, are much better than their rating, and then that's the nature of. It's the same if you look at chess tournaments.
Yep.
If you look at chess tournaments with a max rating, there's always someone. I remember when I started playing chess again, because I took a break from chess for 15 years, and I came back and I didn't have a FIDE rating, right? So I get in the rating group of the unrated up to 1400 or something, and I had a 2350 performance. It's like, I mean, it's legit, right? But okay, it gets kind of silly.
Were people suspicious of you, or did they?
No, not at all. Some people thought maybe it was a bit unfair. It would have, if I hadn't won the rating prize for that group, then it would have been like some girl with 1600. So maybe they thought she should have won it, but no one was complaining or anything like that.
Yeah, in the U.S., I mean, not a perfect system in the U.S., but the rating system is a little bit different from the tournament system, and there's one guy who organizes most of the big money tournaments. It used to be a guy named Bill Goichberg, but he may have passed it on to someone else. But what he would do, that's another win for iamfrosty. Nice.
Yeah.
So he would, every time, well, first of all, he required a certain number of games in order to qualify for the bigger prize, and it was something like 24 games. So to get a more stable rating, which is more than USCF, United States Chess Federation, requires for like a non-provisional rating. And then, it's another win for iamfrosty.
The comeback is coming.
Yeah,
it's only 11 to go.
19-9, favoring GMArjay. But the other thing he would do is if someone wins a tournament, he would do a deep dive, like researching. And if something seems fishy, he would put a rating floor on that. So that happened to Tottem F. When Tottem F won like an under 1400 section, he looked him up on the internet and gave him a rating floor of 2000 and said, okay, you can come in these other tournaments, but you can't win any prizes if you're under the 2000 section.
Yep, that's fair enough. And of course, for me, next time I played, I had a 2200 something rating. So after that, it was fine, right? So I like bishop takes g7 here by yeahboiyyyy. It's a nice move.
That's mate for iamfrosty.
Whoa. It was mate in one, but they won this one too.
Yeah, the comeback is real.
No, they relaxed too early, I think. But I like this the b3 e3 stuff that.
Yeah, this is all match point because it's 1910. But yeah, we'll see. So I guess they won that last game. I misunderstood who won that. My bad.
No, it's been match point the whole time. The Ukrainian team won the last game. It was mate in one on the other board, but he mated first. So.
Looking at the history, it looks like it went from. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, chess.com is just weird sometimes. In the window, it shows something from a while ago. So yeah, 1910 match point.
Yeah, it's been match point for 3 or 4 games now. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah, but no, it's so I think back to the sort of essence of hand is that it will happen that you will always have some players who are simply too strong for the challenger section, and I don't think you can do anything about it.
Yeah, one thing we can do. One thing we can do in theory is we can say like once you've won the challenger section, like you can't enter that again, and we've had to do that for some players, like Plaster Hippie, for example. Like he won 2 years, and then he tried to like qualify another year, and we're like, no, enough. Like,
yeah, no, obviously, if you win the challenger section, you should not be allowed in there again. That makes sense to me. So it's actually looking really good for the Ukrainian team again here. They're up on time and they have good positions on both boards. Now they're giving some chances here. This was few not so perfect moves, but they're still in very good shape here, I feel. Maybe King B1 was safer, but okay. Even with this, they are in a very good spot here to win. Now it's dangerous because he cannot take the pawn. He has to go King F7. He does, okay. But yeah,
Oh, yeah, that rook move's pretty good.
Yeah, but the only thing you're gonna get is a pawn. So king e8 and
Yeah,
and all.
iamfrosty, he also could stall. Yeah, king e8 is reasonable.
Yeah. Knight f6, queen takes d7. Okay, this is also good.
With knight e8, there's actually bishop takes g6.
Yeah, but just pawn at f7.
Or, oh
and
no,
king.
I'm sorry. There's I over the board. I would have hung my king, hung my king there.
No, but this is the way to go, of course. And now you can take the queen. But it's mate here now for Luciego. Queen b5 is checkmate. So, wow, look at this.
Nice mate. We're at 1911. Such a comeback.
At least they're getting all their rating back. That's something, right?
Yes. Oh, that queen trade
like
maybe not so good for
this looks
Lutego.
This looks like it's
a knight wins for yeah boy.
Yeah, and that knight on h5 is hard to defend. And they do seem to be winning quite clearly on every time scramble. So I think that this is probably it.
Yep.
So king b7 is the best try. This is easy mate. Queen c7, queen c8, knight c7.
Yep.
Yep. All
right. That should be GG's.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing these guys against Ding in the final. Let's hope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ding has not yet won his match, but he has he's likely to win the match.
Well, I mean, we can hope for it. The more Ding, the better.
Yes, the more Ding. Well, we get more Ding no matter what, because even if Ding loses, then he has the consolation match for third versus fourth.
True.
Nice. And yeah, it's exciting that Ding is interested in Bughouse, and I think it brings more attention to the game.
For sure. But this was very well played for a challenger semifinal. I think that RJ and yeahboiyyyy will be big favorites no matter who they face in the final. Actually, they look like a very solid team to me.
Yeah, I agree. They played solid. Do you have any suggestions of who to raid, or should I pick someone random here?
I mean, last time I suggested Chess Struggles, and I could do that again, but he's doing his I am simul with viewers right now, so he's not doing variants right now. So if you find someone doing variants, you should maybe look for that first. But if you only find chess people, then Chess Struggles would be my recommendation.
Okay, yeah, we can raid Chess Struggles. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's send people to him. So thank you everyone for watching. And there was a question earlier about the upcoming Ding match. Looks like they're tentatively planning April 9th at 5 p.m. CET, which I think is like Central European time.
Yeah, that's UTC +2, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's not on the calendar yet. I'm not sure if it's in the scheduling form. I'm gonna ask him to put that there. But earlier, Big Splat I think had asked when that match was going on. So I haven't looked at my calendar to see if I can cover that, but hopefully. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to be streaming later today, not on my channel, but 4Player Chess is streaming the finals of the 4Player Chess Free-for-All World Championship. I'll be joining him for commentary. That's going to be in 3 hours. So hope to see some of you there. Oh, we just got a raid.
Oops.
Thank you so much for the raid. I was just about to raid out here. And I think I'm still gonna raid out, but I do appreciate the raid though. Let me give a shout out. I'm so sorry that you caught me while I was raiding out. But for the folks that raided in, I stream Bughouse mainly. And hold on, let's so I hope your stream went well. You're streaming chess. How did it go? So for the folks from the incoming raid, I mainly stream Bughouse. I was covering a Bughouse World Championship match. I'm going to put the rules of Bughouse in the chat. Bughouse is a chess variant played on 2 chess boards by 4 players in teams of 2. Capture pieces on one board are passed to the teammate on the other board. Players can make a normal chess move or take any of the pieces in reserve the partner has handed them. Put one on any empty square as a move. And checkmate or flag on either board ends the game. You can play on chess.com. We were covering the Bughouse World Championships. Here's some more information about that. So basically I'm not playing in this event, but I'm helping to organize it, and I've been doing some commentary on the matches. And we were to the semifinals. I was commentating on the semifinals for the challenger section, which is the lower section. And I had a co-commentator who has progressed to the finals in the open section, Zizon Firefly. Welcome in Raiders. We're welcome in Mega Bulbasaur and Cookies D. Thanks so much for the follows. So I'm so sorry that you did catch me at the end of the stream here, and I am going to raid out now. But I hope you will drop by a future stream. It would be great to have you in here. Yeah, we're going to move you on to another good chess stream recommended by Zizon Firefly, International Master Chess Struggles, who does play Bughouse on occasion, but right now he's doing a simul at chess. So I hope you all have a good rest of your day. As I was just saying before the raid came in, I will be streaming later today, not on my channel, but on the channel of 4Player Chess. Who's a friend of mine. And we will be covering the World Championship of 4Player Chess, the finals. That'll be in about 3 hours. So maybe some of you will join me there as well. I hope you all have a great day. I hope to see you in a future stream. Bye, guys.